We know that it's about the rider and not the bike, but that hasn't stopped us wondering, what was the most successful race bike of 2015? So we have scoured the World Tour results, one-day races, stage races, and individual stages. And so we can present to you the unofficial top 10 winningest race bikes of the season. Now, in at number 10, we've got the only time trial bike on our list, helped in no small part by 3 major team time trial victories. It is the BMC TIMEMACHINE. In 9th place, helped by the strength of Andre Greipel, it is the RIDLEY Noah, with 5 Grand Tour stage wins to its credit, plus a one-day win at the Ventoux Classic. This bike is actually the first of 5 aero road bikes on our list. The next is number 8 with the Specialized VENGE. Now, despite Mark Cavendish and Peter Sagan not having the most successful years that they would have hoped for, not to mention what Specialized would have hoped for, this bike is still in at number 8. The Scott Foil comes in at number 7, largely due to Michael Matthews' successes, but it just misses out on 6th place, despite having the same number of wins by virtue of the fact that it has fewer World Tour stage victories. Taking that honour instead is the MERIDA SCULTURA. Refreshed for 2015, the new bike is lighter and provides a strong platform for the Lamprey MERIDA team. But despite that, it doesn't actually have a single one-day World Tour success to its name. Busting into the top 5 now, we've got the second BMC on our list. It is their TEAMMACHINE. Now, with 1 stage race victory to its name under Rowan Dennis, right back at the Tour Down Under, plus 4 Grand Tour stage victories under Philippe Gilbert and Greg van Avermaet, this bike has had a stellar season. Could it, though, have finished 1 place higher had one not been run over by a motorbike at the Classica San Sebastian? Well, yes it would, because you see, in at number 4 we have the Canyon AEROAD with the same number of victories as the BMC, but finishing 1 place higher owing to the fact that it has 3 World Tour victories. Now, Alexander Kristoff, a man with 20 wins of his own this year, including 1 at the Tour of Flanders, takes much of the credit for that bike's high finishing position. But his teammates at Katusha and many of the riders at Movistar have also piloted this bike to some pretty big wins. On to the podium now, and in 3rd place, it is the bike of the Tour de France champion. That's right, it's the Pinarello F8, and it's a deservedly high place finish for this lightweight and aerodynamic Italian bike. But it's been helped in no small part by the fact that this is the only real choice of bike for Team Sky's riders, whereas many teams will have bike manufacturers that give them a whole quiver of bikes for their riders to choose from. Such as, in fact, 2nd place, because it is another entry from Canyon, this time with their Ultimate CF SLX. Movistar and Katusha, who ride this bike, have had really successful years, and this bike has been a big part of their armoury. But there can be only one number 1, and it is the Specialized TARMAC. That's right, with 2 overall victories at Grand Tours, a number of stage wins to its credit, plus a couple of classics. This seasoned performer has once again had an incredible run of victories so far this year. But what happens if we remove the different models and instead we measure the success of the manufacturers? Who then is the most successful? Well, it is a tie between Specialized and Canyon with the same number of World Tour victories. But what if it's even more complex than that? You see, Specialized sponsor 3 World Tour teams, Canyon sponsor 2. So which, rider for rider, is the most successful World Tour race bike of 2015 per race starts? It is, in fact, the Pinarello F8 with more victories per rider than any other in the World Tour this year. So there we go, but I will end this video with one final question to you all. It's been an amazing year this year. We've seen some really great action close up, but which is your favourite World Tour team bike of 2015? Now, if you need any help trying to find the answer, then we've got all of our bikes listed in a playlist just up there, and we've seen pretty much every single model of every manufacturer in the World Tour. Or just to see some great behind the scenes insight at the races, you can get through to a playlist with all of those videos just down there. Finally, subscribe to GCN, because as you know, we are the home of World Tour pro bikes. Not really. Just click on me.